Hey everybody, Alex here with another episode of Momentum Charting. Today we are going to be discussing a particular bottoming pattern that I'd love to use to nail bottoms on a consistent basis. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Please take 2 seconds, go down below, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification. Doing those will ensure that you do not miss any of my amazing content that I have coming out over the next few weeks on the broader stock markets, Snapchat, all your favorite stocks. Go down below, hit the subscribe, and thank you so much for being here. Let's dive into the chart here. Now, I just want to be clear that before we start, I've got so many different, you can see my watch list of stocks here. I've got probably 200-300 of them, and it's just impossible to me. I follow so many on a daily basis that it's really impossible for me to keep up on every single stock all of the time. And I did miss this one. I wasn't aware that Snapchat had earnings at the end of the day today, but I saw the blowout earnings report. I saw it was up huge after hours, 17-18%, and I just wanted to take a quick look at the chart. And what I saw really surprised me, unfortunately, because what happened here was one of my absolute favorite bottoming patterns that I use, and a confirmation of that bottom on the very last 1 hour move of the day. Kind of upsets me a little bit, but I'm going to show you that exact pattern, how you can use it in all of your trading, and how you can use it to nail bottoms on a consistent basis. So we are here in TradingView, and just to be clear with you guys, this pattern does work on all time frames. Okay, so if you're using the daily, it works. If you're using the weekly, it works. If you're using the 4 hour, it works. 2 hour, it works. Even some of the really shorter time frames, it works as well. 15-minute is a time frame that I like to use. But for this particular instance, I do like to use the 1 hour quite a bit. It's very, very consistent as far as its ability to nail short-term bottoms that have a chance for a very high profit potential in the short term. And I do use it on a consistent basis to try to help kind of bottom fish these the stocks where you have a chance for a nice move up in the period of like 1 to 4 days, where you can get some of these really nice moves to the upside. So it does work on all time frames, but I found that the 1 hour time frame has sort of, for me, the best mix of granularity as well as broad enough where it gets big moves. It can catch really nice bottoms in stock. So I do like to use this, and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. And I am in my momentum indicator, again, here on the 1 hour chart here in TradingView, and the pattern is very, very simple. Okay, all you're looking for is a top and then a lower high. Okay, you're looking for a top and a lower high, and what you want to do is match up those 2 points. Okay, and you are looking for a break back above there. So you can see we had this top on July 7th, and then a lower high here on July 13th. And the important part is you don't want to look at this, you don't want to be looking at the candlesticks, because this is going to be very confusing. You can see here, and I'm going to show you, this pattern did not confirm on the price chart, but only confirmed with my momentum indicator. Okay, very important. So you want to use this because more often than not, the momentum indicator is going to be different enough from the actual price chart, where the price chart will not reveal what's about to happen, but the momentum indicator will. So I just wanted to be really clear with that. So you hit this top here, and then you've got this lower high here. You draw a trend line, and then what you do is you wait for the first breakout. Now let me dive in here and make sure I've got this as close to, so I've got this momentum bubble first thing in the morning on July 7th, and then you're just looking for this downtrend here, and I've got this point here on July 14th, also first thing in the morning, that looks like a really good point to set this downtrend line at. Okay, and the more you practice this, the easier it becomes, but this is pretty clear to me that this is a nice setup of a series of lower highs, and at this point we are looking to fish for a bottom in Snapchat. So what you do is you look for the breakout of this downtrend line, and you can see here this bubble here did not quite make it here on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. This one did. So you set your new trend line at that momentum bubble, and for what you're looking for is a confirmation of a breakout to the upside. So the next 1 hour candle at 10:30 in the morning, you got it. Okay, so you are now in the stock, and what you are waiting for, what you're doing is you're riding this thing up, and you are going to be exiting at the first red momentum bubble that you get. Okay, so what happens, I don't know the best way to explain this, and it's actually very simple, but what happens somewhere between 80 and 85% of the time is that you will get a breakout on the 1 hour and then a retrace, and then it works back to the upside. Okay, and on this retrace you want to exit, because you don't know if this is going to just keep falling, or if it's going to reverse back to the upside, and that's when you want to re-enter the stock. Okay, but sometimes also what happens is that you get these series of green bubbles and just a slight dip, and then you never get a red momentum bubble to the downside, and it's just green the whole time. In that case, you don't want to enter, you just want to stay in. Okay, so here you can see we were in the stock at July 20th at 10:30 in the morning, and out of the stock because we got this lower red momentum bubble here on July 22nd at 08:30. So in that case, what you're looking for is a continuation to the upside. And let me set what you want to do is you want to set your trend line at where the momentum broke down from. And you can see you got your first momentum bubble that broke lower right here. So you want to set your trend line at this dot here. And what we are waiting for to re-enter the stock is a break back above this trend line, and boom, you got it here. 12:30, the last momentum of the day. So there was actually plenty of time to get back into this stock at the end of the day today. And guys, this works on an absolutely consistent basis. And just believe it or not, that was the last momentum glitch of the day on the 1 hour. And you can see nothing here on the 1 hour candle. There's no pattern here that indicates this is going to continue. But on the momentum, yeah, this is just an absolutely gorgeous setup, and broke these highs here on the 6:30 candle back above. So you're back in the stock in a big way, and after hours, there it is, that massive earnings report. So that's basically it, guys. And this isn't really meant to be a full tutorial, but you can kind of break this down for yourself and play around with this a little bit, and it works just like absolute gangbusters on it at such a consistent basis. And again, sometimes when you get your confirmation breakout, like for instance here again, once again on July 20th at 10:30, you'll just continue to get this series of momentum bubbles where it's just green, and it won't stop. In that case, you can just ride it up. But you do definitely want to exit on your first negative momentum bubble, the red one. So you would be out of the stock here at this morning at 8:30 and just waiting patiently to see if we got a confirmation back to the upside, which we did at the end of the day. And this is just an absolutely beautiful example of how this can work to catch really nice bottoming patterns in stocks. And in this case, it happened on an earnings report, which is just like absolute gold to me. I wish I would have seen this. I didn't. I missed it. But there it is, guys. Everything revealed here on the 1 hour bottoming reversal process that I use time and time again to catch bottoms on stocks. And that's it. Yeah, any questions, just let me know down below. But this is a pattern that I use time and time again to nail short-term bottoms in stocks. And in this case, it just happened to work to absolute perfection on Snapchat to predict a blowout earnings report, which we did get. So I just kind of wanted to share this with you. Thought you might find it interesting. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've got videos coming out on a daily basis now, trying to work to grow the channel, share my trading experience with you, share with you how I trade stocks, different patterns, different setups I like to look for. I like to use momentum. It's my favorite tool in my toolbox. I do have other things that I use. Trend lines are a big one. I've got three main tools, which is trend lines, momentum, and a little bit of an abridged version of a MACD, which I don't use a ton, but I can show you guys that later. But this is basically on the channel. I show you different trade setups and I go through different charts, and I've got enough tools where I am pretty confident a high degree of the time that the setups that I use are going to work out for me. And this is one of the tools I have in the toolbox, which is this bottoming pattern on the 1 hour that I love to use to kind of bottom fish and get short-term momentum reversals in stocks. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. Hit the subscribe. Also hit the bell notification. You are going to get updated with every new video that I put out on the channel over the next few weeks. Some exciting stuff happening in broader markets over the next couple weeks. You're not going to want to miss any of it. Thank you for being here. Again, welcome if you're new. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see everybody again shortly in the next update video, and goodbye for now.